shucks.
Home skillet, why the long face?
I don't know what it is, man. I just can't get a strike.
Man, don't get down on yourself with that. You're one of the best bowlers I know. Is that two-time bowler champion of the Middle East, Matt Booden?
I think it is.
Dude, no way he's bowling at this alley right now. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
What's up, kids? So, I heard you wanted to bowl more strikes.
I don't think I can, Mr. Booden.
Listen, anybody can bowl more strikes. With these 5 easy tips, I'm going to be teaching you and the kids at home how to bowl more strikes.
Sounds good.
So the first thing you need to understand about bowling is that bowling is really hard. You're taking a 10 to 15 pound object and throwing it at pins that are 60 feet away from you. But as with anything, practice makes better. Now, tip number 1 for bowling more strikes is ball selection. The first thing you want to take into account is the finger holes. You don't want the finger holes to be too loose so that you're squeezing the ball, but you also don't want the finger holes to be too tight so that the ball stays onto your hand. The next thing you want to take into account is the weight of the bowling ball. Now, essentially the idea is we're going for comfort to create consistency. So don't pick a ball that's too heavy or too light. Once you have a comfortable ball, we're going to move on to the next tip, which is creating an approach. Now, when we're creating an approach, we need to keep in mind that everyone walks differently. So the idea is when creating an approach, we want to start at the same place and end at the same place every time. So the way we do that is by using these measuring dots here on every bowling lane. If you're creating a 5-step approach and you're a right-hander, then you'll start at the black dot there, and you'll start going with your left foot. If you're a lefty, then you'll start going with your right foot. Now that we have a comfortable ball, a good approach, tip number 3 is going to be creating a good arm swing. Now the idea is to go straight out, straight back, and straight forward with your arm. Now this sounds a lot easier than it actually is. So as with anything, practice makes better. Now that you have a comfortable ball, a good approach, and a good swing, tip number 4 is going to be about targeting. Now, there's a common misconception out there that you're supposed to look at the bowling pins for targeting. This is actually false. There are targeting arrows that are about 15 feet away on the approach. Now, the reason we look at these arrows as opposed to the pins is because it's much easier to look at something that is 15 feet away as opposed to 60 feet away. So now the foundations have been set for you to bowl more strikes. Bowling is something that you enjoy, then my recommendation is, tip number 5, is to head over to your local pro shop and get a bowling ball drilled. There you'll be introduced to the world of bowling. Shoes, bowling balls. Some of the bowling balls are even scented. Soren, I'm incredibly impressed with the work that you put in today. Now go knock them dead.